Hello students, next is problem number 16, composite section. So in composite section, two standard geometries will be joined together are called as composite section. Cutout section it will be the next problem, upcoming problem in which from one standard geometry other standard geometry will be removed out. So let's see this problem. This figure is given, I read out the problem first. A lamina consists of a semicircle and a triangle. A semicircle and triangle are joined together as shown in this figure. Calculate the moment of inertia about the reference axis AB. So our reference axis AB is already given. We have to find moment of inertia about this axis. If this axis was not given, then you have to find x bar, y bar, locate that centroid of the whole figure, then you have to go for a parallel axis theorem. Okay. So we have to find moment of inertia about this axis AB. So to find moment of inertia I about this AB. This is how much. No need to find Ixx, Iyy, directly you have to find moment of inertia about this reference axis which they have asked. So we'll start the problem. Solution. Moment of inertia about this axis AB will be equal to moment of inertia about AB of first figure plus moment of inertia about AB of second figure. So I am numbering the figures now. I am numbering this right angle triangle as figure number 1 and I am numbering this semicircle as figure number 2. So now this will be further expanded by applying parallel axis theorem. Why parallel axis theorem? Because centroid G1 of this triangle will be here. G1. This is G1. So this G1, centroid G1 of this triangle 1 is at a distance of h by 3 from base and it is 2h by 3 from apex. This is the base of the triangle and this is the apex of. So the centroid of triangle, this is the standard for relationship of the centroid of a triangle from base with respect to base and apex. Now G2 will be centroid of this semicircle here. And this distance is 4r upon 3 pi. This much distance from base of the semicircle to G2 is 4r upon 3 pi. So this remaining distance will be, I am writing it here, r minus 4r upon 3 pi. So this is the distance till AB. From G2 to AB is r minus 4r upon 3 pi. So we have located G1, G2. So one axis will pass from G1 and this distance from G1 to AB will be H1, distance between two parallel axes. This is G2 and distance from G2 to AB will be H2. So while applying parallel axis theorem, we have to use this H1 square, H2 square. So these will be the distances. So now I am expanding a parallel axis theorem. So for AB1, moment of inertia about AB of figure 1 is Ig1 plus A1 H1 square plus for second figure, figure number 2, Ig2 plus A2 H2 square. Now we will find everything separately, then we will substitute in this formula. Okay. So now let's go to find moment of inertia about AB. Here for triangle, that is figure 1. Triangle is our figure 1. So Ig1, A1, H1 I have to find here. So Ig1, this Ig, G1 is passing from x axis. So formula for moment of inertia of triangle about x axis is bh cube by 36. Refer the formula chart. bh cube by 36. So base of this triangle is 100. The base of triangle and diameter of semicircle are same, so it is 100. B is 100. Height is also given as 100, so height is also 100. So 100 into 100 per cube divided by 36. So on solving this in calculator, we get the value in millimeter raised to 4, that is moment of inertia about centroid, and the value is 2.77 into 10 raised to 6. 2.77 into 10 raised to 6. IG1. A1. Figure number 1 is triangle. Area of triangle is half into base into height. Substituting half, base is 100, height is also 100. So area is in millimeter square. So on solving this in calculator, I got the value of area as 5000 millimeter square. Next, H1. H1 is the distance from G1 to this reference axis AB. Distance from G1 to reference axis AB. This distance is H1. Here I have shown from G1 to the reference axis AB is H1. So how much will be this? This is, here we can see, from here till here is the radius of this semicircle, and this is h by 3. So H1 will be R plus radius plus h by 3 will be the distance from G1 to reference axis AB. R plus h by 3. Diameter is 100, so radius will be 50. 50 plus h. H is how much? 100. H means height of the triangle. 100 by 3. On solving this, we will get height in millimeter. So value of height is 83.33. On solving this, I got the value as 83.33. So IG1, A1, H1 I have got. If you want to find this separately, you can find this separately. I am calculating this as a whole. So next, for semicircle now, that is figure 2. Similarly, we have to find these values. IG2. Moment of inertia of a semicircle about x-axis is (0.11 r raised to 4). It is same along both the axes. For the formula chart, 0.11 r raised to 4. So 0.11 into radius is how much? 50. 50 raised to 4. I am solving this in calculator. I will get the answer in millimeter raised to 4 because it is moment of inertia. So the value I have got here is 687.5. 687.5 into 10 raised to 3. 687.5 into 10 raised to 3 is IG2. 0.11 r raised to 4. A2. Area of this semicircle will be half of area of circles. Area of circle is pi by 4 d square. So half of pi by 4, diameter is 100 square. So again, on solving this, we will get area in millimeter square. Unit of area is millimeter square, and I am getting the answer of area as area I have got as so I got the area of the semicircle half pi by 4 d square. On substituting the value, I got the value as 3.926 into 10 raised to 3. 3.926 into 10 raised to 3 is the value of area. Now last thing you have to find H2. Sorry, this will be A2 now. We are finding for 2. So H2 now. H2 will be what? I have marked over here distance from G2 to bottom. So G2 to bottom is what? How much distance? R minus 4R upon 3 pi. This total is R. From this R you have to minus 4R upon 3 pi. So you will get the value of this H2. So this will be capital R radius minus 4R upon 3 pi. So R is 50 minus 4 into 50 upon 3 pi. Solve this carefully in calculator. On solving this, we will get the value in millimeter. Here I have got this value as 28.78. 28.78 millimeter. Now all the values are here. Just we have to substitute the values in these two square brackets, and on solving we will get the final answer. So now moment of inertia about AB. Just we are few steps from our solution. Ig1, how much is the value of Ig1? 2.77 into 10 raised to 6 plus A1. A1 is how much? 5000 into H1 is how much? 83.33. 83.33 square. So this is the first square bracket plus Ig2. Ig2 is how much? 687.5 into 10 raised to 3 plus A2 is how much? 3.926 into 10 raised to 3 into H2 is how much? 28.78 the whole square. So now you have to calculate these two brackets carefully. You will get answer of first square bracket plus answer of second square bracket. Then on summing these two, we will get the final answer in millimeter raised to 4. That will be the answer, moment of inertia about AB. So let's calculate the values one by one. Square bracket. So on solving first square bracket, I am getting the value of Ig1 as 37.48 into 10 raised to 6 of this first square bracket. On solving second square bracket, I am getting the value as 3.93 into 10 raised to 6. On adding these two, the final answer which is I am getting is 41.46 into 10 raised to 6. So this is the moment of inertia of this composite section about the given axis AB. The problem is very simple. Hope this problem is understood to everyone. Thank you very much.